Hey everyone, welcome to your weekly reading for August 22nd through August 28th. I'd like to share my appreciation to everyone for supporting my channel by liking and subscribing. And now let's find out what Spirit has in store for you this week. Hi Virgo, thanks for checking in. I'm so happy that you were able to spend a little time with me. And now let's see what Spirit is saying for you this week. So we are starting with the Knight of Cups. We have the Six of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Five of Wands. And then we have the King of Swords. We have the Hermit, the Five of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. So a little challenge heavy this week, Virgo. But as we know, challenge is very rarely a bad thing. And then you do have some good action there. So the action is bouncing out a little bit. And you have yourself in your reading. You have the Hermit, which is closely associated to Virgo in astrology. So since we have the Hermit, and it's the only power card in your 8-card reading, let's take a look at the Hermit and see what he's talking about. So with the Hermit and being associated with your own sign, Virgo, we're talking about really being able to turn inward, to be able to touch and to link in with that inner wisdom that comes from the Hermit. A sense of retreat from the workaday world, from the hustle and bustle of your week. You are feeling more so like you need to take a break from that. So this week might find you not so willing to give of your personal time. Not even with your true friends and family, people outside of work. You are going to feel more like you need to be on your own this week, and that's okay because it's something that you're very comfortable with. It's not saying that's anything bad. You're not necessarily an introvert. You are just at a point where you need that me time. And for you, Virgo, that's very important. You do enjoy having time to be yourself, to do what you want, and it's something that other signs could definitely benefit from. Other people wish that they had the strength, because being able to break from your routine, separate yourself from especially close friends and family, can be very taxing. I know we have all experienced that, where you really don't have the time or the effort to give to someone else, but they're insisting on it. Well, Virgo, this week you're going to be strong. You're going to be definitely within yourself, and you're going to be able to tell those people, not this week. This week is for me, just for me. Now, let's go ahead and look at your challenge, because that is what we said, a challenge heavy reading. So with the Page of Swords, we're talking about curiosity and seeking the truth. So interesting that you're taking a break from the normal routine, taking a break from the normal circle of people, but yet you are searching for some truth. You have a very strong sense of curiosity. Then we have the King of Swords, and with the King of Swords, we're talking about analysis, being able to look at a complex situation, look at something that has been difficult for you to understand in the past, maybe even someone's behavior, actions, someone else's actions, and you really haven't been able to get it. You don't understand where that's coming from, but now I think you're going to have some insight into that. The King of Swords is just saying that you will be able to understand and exude the power that comes along with that understanding. So working with that Page of Swords, saying that you're seeking truth and you have a strong sense of curiosity, sounds like you're going to be getting some answers this week too, Virgo, possibly whether they want to give them to you or not. So then with the Five of Swords, we are talking about a sort of wake-up call, where you are going to be in a position where you're like, well, is this worth it? Is this situation, is this person worth the effort that I'm putting forth? thinking that that might have something to do with you really just needing some downtime and some time away from everything, your norm. That Five of Swords might be talking to just that, like, what is going on? Do I really need to deal with this person? Do I need to keep them around? Do I need to stay in a situation that makes me unhappy? This is, I think, a time where that time to yourself is necessary, Virgo. You're making some choices for yourself this week. And the cutting your losses thing, very hard to do as well. So it looks like some really like internal, again, that inner wisdom is going to be tested for you. So let's look at your action. Since we're talking about your challenge. With your action, you have the Five of Wands and you have the Knight of Wands. The Five of Wands is saying that you are going to be going through some discomfort, but the chaos that caused it was necessary for you to get that sense of growth, to get to the point where you can make some big decisions. Cutting your losses, being able to understand what's going on around you, what is really making you tick this week. It's all going to come together and you're going to understand it better. And it's because you're allowing yourself that time for just you. Then we have the Knight of Wands, and with the Knight of Wands, we're talking about forward movement, maybe even a little restless or ahead of its time. Because we know that oftentimes with the Knight, and when you do have the Knight of Cups as well, but with the Knight of Wands, it's literally saying that you might be moving forward a little too quickly. Maybe a little bit of temperance would be good in here for you, Virgo, but you don't have the temperance going on, but you do have the Hermit working for you. So again, this is something that maybe you wanted to do sooner. Something that you probably would have jumped the gun. You would have gone, but because you have the Hermit there saying, whoa, take a pause, take some time to yourself, really think about this. Do you need to make a decision? That Five of Swords saying, do you really need to do this? Now let's look at your Knight of Cups. With your Knight of Cups, we are talking about just the sheer sense of flirtation. Like what makes being in a romantic relationship fun? What makes it fun to see someone who sets a little spark off, gives you a little sparkle in your eye, a little pep in your step. So that is always fun to have. So that Knight is saying that it's right on time for you to have a little romantic interlude, even if it's smiling at the checkout girl. The girl at the checkout who's ringing up your chicken and your frozen peas, or if it means that young man that works at your car wash is giving you an extra air freshener because you got it like that this week, Virgo. So that's what I'm seeing there. And then with the Six of Cups, the Six of Cups is just talking about being able to appreciate your past and letting it influence your future, tapping into who you really are. And again, it is very interestingly right above the Hermit that's saying you need that time to really tap into your inner self. Your Six of Cups is saying your past is a positive influence, embrace that, go with it. So they're definitely talking to each other as well. So it just sounds like you're going to have a week where you're in control of what's going on and you are okay with what's happening and you are willing to accept a little bit of chaos if it means that it's going to help you grow and help you become a better person, Virgo. Good for you. Thank you for joining me, and I invite you to tune in for my Weekend Energy show, which airs this Thursday. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you all.